Greetings all of you. In today's video we will talk about some of world's top 5 interesting facts. But before we start all that, make sure to like and share the video, and subscribe our channel. So let's get started. No. 5. Do hot water turn to ice faster than cold water? May freeze faster than cold is often called the Mpamba effect. Many sharp readers may have already come up with a common proof that the Mpamba effect is impossible. The proof usually goes something like this. Say that the initially cooler water starts at 30 degrees Celsius and takes 10 minutes to freeze, while the initially warmer water starts out at 70 degrees Celsius. Now, the initially warmer water has to spend some time cooling to get down to 30 degrees Celsius, and after that, it's going to take 10 more minutes to freeze. So since the initially warmer water has to do everything that the initially cooler water has to do, plus a little more, it will take at least a little longer. It is still not known exactly why this happens. A number of possible explanations for the effect have been proposed, but so far the experiments do not show clearly which, if any, of the proposed mechanisms is the most important one. Number 4. Why Mona Lisa has no eyebrows? Second only to the mystery of her enigmatic smile is another question that has long fascinated art experts. What happened to Mona Lisa's eyebrows? A Parisian engineer, who has dedicated 3,000 hours to examining Leonardo da Vinci's famous portrait, now claims to have the answer. His conclusion is that Mona Lisa once had both eyebrows and eyelashes, but that these have been gradually eroded to the point that they are no longer visible. If you look closely at Mona Lisa's eye, you can clearly see that the cracks around the eye have slightly disappeared, and that may be explained that one day a curator or restorer cleaned the eye, and cleaning the eye probably removed the eyelashes and eyebrow, he said. And Marcode said his study of the painting also revealed that Da Vinci originally painted Mona Lisa with a wider face and a more expressive smile than in the final work. Number 3. The sentence, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," uses every letter in the English language. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog is an English language pangram, a sentence that contains all of the letters of the alphabet. It is commonly used for touch typing practice, testing typewriters and computer keyboards, displaying examples of fonts, and other applications involving text where the use of all letters in the alphabet is desired. Owing to its brevity and coherence, it has become widely known. The earliest known appearance of the phrase is from the Boston Journal. In an article titled "Current Notes" in the February 10, 1885 morning edition, the phrase is mentioned as a good practice sentence for writing students. A favorite copy set by writing teachers for their pupils is the following, because it contains every letter of the alphabet. A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The earliest known use of the phrase in its modern form is from the 1888 book Illustrative Shorthand by Linda Bronson. The modern form became more common despite the fact that it is slightly longer than the original. Number 2. Is the strongest muscle in the body is the tongue. It is a common belief that the tongue is the strongest muscle in the human body. But is it true? The tongue is a tough worker. It works round the clock, when we speak, when we eat, and when we don't do either. It is busy pushing saliva down the throat, even when you're asleep. Besides, the tongue contains linguinal tonsils that filter out germs. The first thing to understand about tongue is, it is not a single muscle, but a combination of 8 separate muscles. Scientists who studied this idea under various criteria found that there are other muscle or muscle combinations in the body that are stronger than the tongue. The jaw muscle, the external muscles of the eye, the heart muscles, the muscles of the uterus, the soleus, found below the calf muscle, and the gluteus maximus, the main extensor muscle of the hip, were found to be stronger than the tongue. Number 1. and take rest for around 8 minutes in 12-hour period. Yes, they do, but not in the sense we understand sleep. Research conducted by James and co. into sleep patterns of insects showed that ants have a cyclical pattern at resting periods which each nest as a group observes, lasting around 8 minutes in any 12-hour period. Although this means 2 such rest periods in any 24-hour period, only one of the rest periods bears any resemblance to what we would call sleep. Mandible and antennae activity is at a much lower level, usually up to 65% lower than during the other rest period in one 24-hour period, indicating a much deeper resting phase. Basing and McCluskey in 1986 used brain activity recorders on black, red, and soldier ants to determine whether the deeper resting period constituted actual sleep. A steep decline in brainwave fluctuations supported the sleep hypothesis in black and red ants, but surprisingly showed a higher level of brain activity in soldier ants in a deep resting phase. So here is all we have for today's video. See you all in next part of the video. Till then, stay tuned to our channel.